Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another live stream interview from the studio, which has been a while. It's been about 6 months or so. It feels a heck of a lot longer. But let me tell you, I got some knowledge, some alpha, and some education that I gotta bring you guys up to date on now. You've been following my channel for the past week or two now, 3-4 weeks, about a month. We've been covering a lot of the up-and-coming trends in this space, and you guys know what they call me. You know, it's not self-proclaimed. It's actually what the people call me. It's called a trendsetter. And this is the next trend that's coming in this space. We're going to be talking about services, the workforce in the damn metaverse. You heard that correctly. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Francis. I've been making these types of educational videos here on YouTube for about 5 years now, half a decade. And I'm about to drop my first ever project. A guy who has countless interviews, countless uploaded videos, countless educational videos, countless live streams. Whether that's from the studio, from the car, or in other countries, or at live events that's crypto blockchain related, I'm here to drop some more knowledge with my project. And this project will explode in 2022, leading into 2023 as well. All right? Because I think a lot of people have realized that NFT art doesn't really take it that far anymore like it once did, you know? And as I said, man, we got Dev also, by the way, for those of you who know him in the chat. He will be joining us later. I also will be sharing my screen with you guys and really diving into some stuff that you guys need to look at. That's what's already happening right now. Because when I talk about my project, a lot of people's like, oh, how does that work? What is this, right? Oh, does that even exist? Well, it's already happening right now. Okay, this NFT, you know, our business license NFT project here is going to be unlike anything you guys saw in the NFT space. We got profit sharing, right? So the reason why we want to add this notion to there, like this benefit of profit sharing, is because what? Appreciation is not good enough. If you guys have something going up only and you're not getting an income or a cash flow, that is not good enough. But hey, look, before I get into the specifics of how everything works, you need to know what's happening before you could see the value into something. And I see a lot of value into, speaking of seeing a lot of value, let me see what people are saying in the live chat. All right, we got the folks. Hey, what's up, guys? It's been a long time. You know, if I'm a little bit rusty with the software, don't mind me because I haven't used it in a while, but I think we're good. You guys hear me okay? Yes, we're live, loving it already, back in the studio with the theme song and everything, but most importantly, with the knowledge, with the education, and that's coming from our man, Poof Cope. What's up, Poof Cope? We got Danny P. We got PD Crypto. Thank you for joining, PD. We got Shane. And, yeah, Silva's here. Luigi. Everybody's just chilling. We got Wizza Pizza. All right, guys. So, once again, we did do a very nice Twitter space yesterday, and people loved it. They just absolutely loved it. The conversational style. For those who didn't know me, they got to know a lot of me, about me, rather, right? Where I was, who I am, and how I got here, and, you know, what we're all about. So what are we all about? I think when we come here in crypto, we're all trying to look to, you know, for a second income, or we're trying to make some money. Let's be honest here, right? Obviously, we love the tech, but the underlying reason why most people are drawn into crypto or gravitating towards NFTs is because they want to make money, right? And they're chasing a lot of hype stuff that doesn't really last too long, right? That's fine and everything if you know what type of game you're playing. And you know that's not going to last too long. You could make your money, get back your ROI, and sell it. That's fine. But that's really, that's a dangerous game. You're playing with fire, right? So what I really want to educate people is, what is the smart money doing and not the dumb money, right? And I don't try to insult people, but I do like to put facts over feelings and numbers over narratives, right? That's what I go by, whether it's going to hurt people's feelings or not. But, you know, a lot of problem with the art is, you know, it's like, again, I'll say this one time here on this stream and we'll move on to the presentation. But the problem with art is this. There's a lot of people buying this art who've never drawn a picture in their life and never owned a piece of art in their life before up until this point, and they're screaming NFT art from the top of their lungs. As a matter of fact, I think I'm more of an artist than most NFT artists out there. You know why? I've been making motherfucking thumbnails for 5 years straight, bro. Now that's art. Should I NFT that and call it so rare? Look at my thumbnail. My thumbnail's rare, guys. Let me NFT it. It's only one of a kind. It's worth like 1,200 Ethereum now. That's stupid. That's stupid, all right? Now, let me show you guys what is not stupid, okay? Now, what is not stupid is right here. As I bring up my screen here on my 4K monitor Razer laptop, this bad boy is a beast. We could do some zooms. Okay, so what are we looking at here? Tokens.com announces first Metaverse tenants, meaning he's a Metaverse landlord as well, okay? And as we go into this part here, you guys will see the little dot, like those spots. That's what I'm pointing to. So in addition to the lease agreements, tenants will be using Metaverse Group's development and architectural services to assist with the development of their Metaverse projects. These lease agreements mark a pivotal evolution in our metaverse strategy. Not only do we own valuable virtual real estate, but we also generate reoccurring revenue. Similar to landlords in the physical world and online advertising platforms such as large search engines and social media networks, commented tokens.com CEO on Metaverse Group. And this article does go on and on and on and on. And I have another slide to show you, but I want you guys to see my pretty face as I talk about this. So the keywords right there was exactly reoccurring revenue. Okay, the same way how people could do this in the physical world. And I know some of you already heard me speak about this, but the people who didn't, they need to understand this. And some people need to hear this about 5 times. But that's what it's all about. That's what the smart money is doing. Now, tokens.com and Republic Realms are actually leading the way when it comes to metaverse land, and not just like flipping their land, but building something on top where they're going to rent out and get that reoccurring revenue with appreciation. Okay. And you could do this in like 7 different ways too. And I'm going to show you guys that again and again and again until you get it. And then we're going to talk about our project, right? So as we move on to the next slide, we're going to see right here. So market realists renting out metaverse land at the bottom here, right? Renting out metaverse land, Web 3.0, passive income source. Okay, guys? And let me just zoom back out. And we're going to scroll down. And as you can see, look what they're showing. What platforms allow you to buy metaverse land currently? They're showing Sandbox, right? They're showing Sandbox. And to give you guys more perspective, look at this. This is Atari, bro. So imagine this, right? If you look at this experience here, right? And if we're actually able to make something like this, look at the billboards. You got the Atari flag there, they're all over. But think of billboard ads, right? Like, I'm a guy, I get a lot of people asking me to run ads for them. Look at that. You can put one there, you put one all over the place. That's just one other sort of like way to make money, right? If there's foot traffic, whether that's on the real world or whether that's in the internet, right? When you're scrolling down your Google page, right? Your ads pop up in your face. You're watching this video, you might see some ads pop up in your face because we have people watching. Well, the same is true for these virtual worlds. If you got foot traffic, guess what, bro? You're going to make some damn good money just with that. And it goes on to say, you know, well, that's really what I want to show you with that one. And we could talk about, again, look right here, the same, but guys, look, you know, like, we're looking right here. This next article, it's the same suspects over and over and over and over again. Tokens.com, Republic Realms, they are cornering this market, and we're seeing a land grab from the suits, from the corporations, which, by the way, I actually have a lot of respect for those two institutions. Normally, you guys know how I feel. I don't really like suits. But you can't look at them in the wrong way, because if it's there for the market, anybody could buy it. The problem I have with suits is when they gobble it up before it goes to market, right? That's my problem. So this here, I actually, I revere them in high regard. I gotta admit that. Give credit where credit is due. Now, what is tokens.com doing? And by the way, they are local here in Canada. Here we go. So tokens.com, this man ain't messing around, has acquired Decentraland's entire music district, guys. And this was damn recently. April 12th, just the other day. What's the date today? 2 days ago. 2 days ago, ladies and gentlemen. Call it the trendsetter. Today, tomorrow's newspaper. We were talking about this how long? This guy goes on. Look at it right there. He goes and he gobbles it up in the freaking music center, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, district. So let's read a little bit more. So the music district is comprised of 34 parcels, equivalent, as we're reading right here, you guys can see who's following, equivalent to 91,936 square feet of flat land in physical terms. The district is positioned in a strategic location as a land borders festival land, Decentraland's live music district that has featured live performances from many prominent artists, and Genesis Plaza, the heart of Decentraland, where all users enter the virtual world and retains high foot traffic volumes, ladies and gentlemen. And it does go on to say, this district purchase solidifies Metaverse Group, blah, 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 blah. All right? So this is not, guys, this is not my opinion. This is what the smart money is doing. All right? So we have just gone over that, how this is a real business model, number one, right? Number two, it's actually live in terms of there's business going on here. Now, and I'll get to another point. The reason why, and this is already live. Well, you're like, too still, well, why aren't you doing it? In my humble opinion, I don't really feel too drawn and gravitated towards Decentraland. And we do have Dev. He is here. Dev, I'll bring you in shortly, brother. I know you're joining us live here. Everybody could see you in the meantime right here. This is Dev. Dev, you are there. Just say what's up. Cool. He will be joining shortly. So this is already happening in current metaverses. Now, the thing I have with the Decentraland is this. To me, their traffic isn't that impressive at all, right? And when you look at Decentraland, it's almost like a banquet hall. What do I mean? Well, throughout the week, a banquet hall is dead. It's empty. But hey, if you make an announcement saying there's going to be a live event, then it's active. To me, a true metaverse, and I'm not saying Decentraland, listen, I love Decentraland in terms of what they did, setting the precedents and being the first mover on the blockchain. I love them and I'll always respect them. However, I truly believe Decentraland could be like AOL online or Yahoo search bar, and then Google came about, right? All these things came after and disrupted them. Maybe that's far-fetched, but I just don't see them really being the go-tos within the next 3 years. It's great to have your brand there because everyone's there. JP Morgan's there. More people are in Sandbox, but for me, from an investment standpoint, I could see us making more money in other places like Sandbox, even like Unreal Engine, metaverses like Network as well. But Sandbox right now is the go-to for the reasons I've said many times over with the iconic brands, the cash flowing businesses that will be there. They will also have 24 hours, 7 days a week traffic, nonstop, like a bustling city, like New York City, the city that doesn't sleep. Why? When you look at Sandbox, which I'm going to show you guys as well, I might as well show you that right now instead of me just talking about it. So here we go. Okay, so this is Sandbox's map, right, guys? And I'm sure you've seen this many times over. And everything you see here is a potential world game experience or something, right? Something of some description. Now, if we hone in down here, and we're going to go to this one, Warner Music Group, right? These guys are going to be holding all kinds of crazy events over here. Okay, immersive social music experiences that defy real-world limitations. You hear that? It could defy real-world limitations, right? You can't really fit the entire world into a building. But in a metaverse, that could happen. Okay, guys? So this is what we're talking about, and why they're going to have 24/7 hours a day, a week traffic is because, like, look at this, right? There's going to be nonstop activity going on here all the time. This is not just one game, right? When people hear Sandbox is a game, they think it's a game. But this is freaking massive. This is a bunch of games in one area, which means, it's very effortless for you to want to go and actually try to draw traffic, right? And if you look at these two bad boys, they're sitting pretty. And if you look at, where is it? Yeah, we can't forget these ones down here. They're sitting pretty too, right? Right there. Bada bing, bada boom, right? In the center and the heart of Sandbox, right by Atari and under Sandbox's estate as well. So all of these games, think of this. You got this dude going on with something, this dude going on with something, this dude going on with some potentially. Look at this guy. Holy crap. And I thought I was a metaverse landlord. Look at him. So we got that going on. All of this is going to have action 24/7 with games, right? So that's the next point I wanted to bring up as I show myself once again. When you have a game could run 24/7, right? People from around the world goes there. But when you have these live events, like say in Decentraland, look, that's still great. It has its use case and its purpose, but you're not going to have that 24/7 action. And that's what's going to make it even more valuable to actually want to be there, right? Because it's all about having people. Why would any advertiser, why would any business want to promote their product on someone's channel if they only have one subscriber? Because they don't got traffic, right? So when you look at the metaverse now, it's something where, the right one has already existing traffic, and to businesses, to brands, as you can clearly see, to VCs, so they're drooling from the mouth right now, okay? And to be honest, so was I, and that's why I bought it up, and I have my plans to build as well, and I saw the interest coming from a lot of you guys, and we have come up with a mechanism in place to get you guys on board, which we will touch very shortly, but I do want to touch up on one more point. Now, why would my business license NFT blow up? Well, if you're always the first to that opportunity, guess what's going to happen? There's more money to be made. My goal is 1 billion in 5 years. You don't think I'm going to do it? Just watch me do it. You will see. I will do it. So look at this. Warner Music Group Corp is an American multinational entertainment and record label conglomerate headquarters in New York. Their headquarters is in New York. And guess where else their headquarters is, right? As we showed you guys right here. Their headquarters is also in Sandbox. Very important, okay? Now, let's move on to the entertainment section. This is an example I showed you guys already. Now, how could you make money in there, right? You guys are probably asking. TCL, well, Warner Music Group is Warner Music Group. Those guys are well known. They're going to get all the market share. That's not true. Because you got the likes of these great artists like Xavier Wolf coming up. He got about, I always use him. I like his music, by the way, too. 226,000 subscribers. And on Instagram, Twitter, it comes up to be about 500K, right? Now, why is that important? That's important because the likes of, say, Music Warner Group, they ain't going to give a shit about a guy like this Xavier Wolf dude. You know what I'm saying? They're just not. What they're going to give a shit about is Ariana Grande, Justin Bieber. They're always going to get the love. And you guys know me by now. I'm all about the little guy. That's why we got you guys into pre-sales, changed a million lives over. Those were deals and opportunities that you guys can get on your own. Very similar to something like this. The barrier to entry into the metaverse in Sandbox is not cheap, and to build on top isn't cheap, and to advertise isn't cheap, and to build a true place that is, has utility or draws people in wanting to go takes a lot of passion, takes a lot of belief in what you're doing, like what I have. Now, we discussed this yesterday on Twitter Space. Dev brought up a really good point. He's like, man, you've been making these videos, doing interviews for 5 years. Why did you come now to do a project? You know why? Because this project, what I'm going to do, first of all, with all of my skill set, I'm very great with business. How do you think we got all those deals with pre-sales? You think it fell on my lap? No. I had to go and knock on the door and tell them why you got to give it to me. Just like I'm going to do here. I'm going to knock on these businesses' doors. I already got CIP people, citizenship by investment program, drooling from the mouth, want to come here, right? Remember I was going to Antigua? I already got that, I'm going to knock on the doors and I'm going to let them know why, right? Just like we did, and we captured those deals with the pre-sales. This is no different to me. It's just business, man. It's negotiation, talking. What's in it for them? What's in it for us, right? That's business, okay? So what else we got here? So there are some other niches before Dev comes on. I'm going to touch up on something here, which is the actual fashion district. If I could bring this here. That's not the one. Sorry, guys. That was my actual... There we go. Okay, so we're going to move on to this guy here. All right, so they actually was. So I just showed you the example about renting out office space, let's call it, right? With tokens.com having their first tenants. Now, you're like, that's fine, TCL. I showed you guys the entertainment, how we're going to do that. We're going to break that down after, right? How the money is made there. And that's a freaking cash cow, nightly potentially, definitely weekly. I can see something happening, or once a month for sure, all right? For sure. But let's talk about the fashion, bro. This is where it really comes to be cool. So look at this. The Decentraland had a fashion week, ladies and gentlemen, right? With these freaking brands. So Metaverse Fashion Week, 70 brands do their best to showcase style in the Decentraland. Estee Lauder, that's Dolce & Gabbana, Forever 21, and more are participating in virtual fashion experience, right? So this actually took place this month, where they walked down this runway and they showcased their wearables, right? Or their actual real brands, clothing line in selling this in the Decentraland, and it's going to come to Sandbox as well. Gucci is there. You know what I'm saying? So now you have these damn wearables that are the same price in some instances more than the actual real life clothing. And people are buying it up, bro. Okay? So there's money to be made here as well. And if you could incorporate an experience where you could showcase it in the sense of, say, like a real storefront, in a 3D representation or 3D world shared environment, that's even that much more cooler, and people are more inclined to buy. And they are interested in this, right? And you know what? Speaking of interest in this, I think we got Dev here. He's itching to say something. So I'm going to bring him up here. What's up, Dev?
Hi, everyone. Good evening, everybody. Happy to be here tonight. And yeah, another live stream, another game in place to talk about. So yeah, there is a lot of things to touch. And you're actually touching a big industry, actually, fashion and wearables, which are not in my opinion, but in our opinion, huge, humongous. And I will let you go on with what you were saying, and then we can keep on going on this argument.
No problem. Like it's true. I'm just readjusting the software here. So it's true. So how could this affect the Metropolitans? Which, by the way, Metropolitans is the name of the project. Business License NFT is the name of the project, right? How could this affect you guys? Well, if you look at this once again, right here, and I'm going to come to Sandbox's marketplace, guys. Look at this crap. Look at this shit, right? So we're looking at Snoop Dogg's wearables in Sandbox, right? As you can see over here, this thing is selling for what? $144 a pop, right? There's 5,400 of them. 315 that's sold so far. Remember, game's not even live, okay? And this is being sold already. Snoop Dogg, like, he doesn't even market, though. He'll just come talk about it, and that's it, and he goes about his day. And then you got this one over here. Look at this, is live event, right? So this is unique to Snoop Dogg. He's having his live event, early access. This one already sold out on the right. Early access is 3,506 already sold at 1,443 pop. Obviously, everybody isn't Snoop Dogg, but guess what? Look at this here. We got Care Bears, right? Care Bears got some shit going on too. Look at this. Care Bears ain't dinking around, bro. That one sold out. There was 5 of them. Is it sold out? It says sold out, but it says 0 of 5. Maybe it was pre-ordered. I don't know, right? I don't know if this one's live as yet. Let's see what else. Look at Atari.
just 5 units. 5 units already been sold. So
Right.
5 units, 0.5.
Right? And we got these guys over here too. We got Care Bears. Atari over here. But guess what you're going to see? Look at this. Binance. Look at Binance. Binance. What the hell are you selling, bro? CZ. CZ. Okay, he's selling some avatars of some description, right? But guess what you're going to see over here? You're going to see Metropolitans, business license NFT, right? It's really Metropolitans, though, on the left right here in our category. But guess what? If we really, really want to stand out, ladies and gentlemen, what we really need to do is we really need to have a storefront instead of being Binance, Metropolitans, like everybody else. If you're doing what everybody else is doing, then you're not going to stand out, right? Just like this project is not like everybody else, okay? So yeah, so that's another way to make money with that. Sorry about that with the mic there, but that's another way to make money with the fashion industry by incorporating it with wearables. Now, if you guys do a simple Google search right now, you will hear that how Epic Games, they make 90% of their revenue in the freaking billions, okay, multi-millions in wearables, okay, in that game. Now look, you'll say, well, bro, you can't use the the world's biggest game as an example. Well, guess what? There's not many true metaverses out there, because what is the metaverse? The metaverse is a digital plane of existence that is a 3D shared environment where people could buy, sell, or trade, right? In real time. In real time, right? There's not many of them out there, to be honest, to use an example. Now, when you look at Sandbox now, they do have the best chance for success to do similar things in the wearable market. They really do. And by the way, Sandbox has been around since 2012 as a mobile game. And in 2017, they decided to convert into a blockchain metaverse, ladies and gentlemen. So for those of you who still may be somewhat confused, let's actually talk about how this will break down into our project per se, right? So I don't know if Dev, I think we took some questions. I could take some questions as well as you, get that going there. Sorry, Dev, let me just go to the live chat again. I see some action here. Go. So Tony Shido with a $10 super chat. Awesome. Keep killing it, Franny. Thank you so much for your support. Shido. Tony Shido. Tony Shidden. Okay, who else do we got here? Whoa, very good. Somebody says, are you serious right now? Yeah, I don't know. Just deal with him. We got no time for no damn haters, bro. Put it like this. What do you want? He's talking about English. What do you want, bro? You want me to wear a fucking politician suit right now and lie to you, talk good, and do the opposite of what I want to do? How about this? I think those days are done. Who cares what people talk? Is what their intent is. Is what their intent is, bro, and what they could deliver to you. Okay? If that's what you want, go look at your damn president and let him tax the hell out of you. All right? If that's the type of shit you like. Okay, so let's move on here. And by the way, guys, I got to be honest here. I don't give a shit who invests into this. I'm going to go do this no matter what. I want to make that clear. I'm going to do this no matter what. That was always my intent, right? I'm showing you guys again. This is here. Whoever wants in, like before, come on down. All right? And that's that. So, Dev, what do we have written down prior?
Yeah, no, I just wanted to bring back something that you was touching before about being, 24 hours world, meaning like blockchain, we can trade in 24 hours. It's always available, it's always. So we need to imagine it ourselves that we have a space that is 24-hour active. There is no sleeping because the world is connected on this world. It's a metaverse, meaning it's the internet, but on the sandbox, for example, in this case, as an example, it's like a big city, 24 hours. Always live. It can be 24 hours, always night, because you're touching all the globe. So at some point of the globe is always nice. There is always party. There is always something going on. There is always fashion going on. So there is never a time that is going to be that people that are going to sleep or you're going to see as 0 users in the street or walking around. So the potential on actually doing business in a world that is 24 hours live, the potential of revenue is just endless, because you will never stop actually do business. It doesn't matter where are you in the world, because you are touching the whole world. And so you are 24 hours live, and you have actually interaction 24 hours with people,
That
doesn't
being
matter
said,
where.
that being said, we have to bring this to their attention. It doesn't matter about like it matters where you are in Sandbox, right? You just can't have a one by one somewhere up north, somewhere up east or west. You have to have it in high foot traffic locations, and that's exactly why we strategically went out for these estates, right, in these high traffic locations. And people could think they could do this on their own, but guess what, bro? Yo, copycats out there. This is copycat proof, bro. There ain't no damn code to this, right? You have to. You got to be you got to be a smart person to implement this right at the helm,
Eh,
right?
And another thing, I mean, copycat is one thing, but it's like, when you buy a land in central of New York City, you cannot copy that. You cannot
Yeah,
copy that plot. That
exactly.
plot is yours.
Exactly,
So
exactly.
even if you copy, I mean, it's very important also the experience, yes, but at the get-go, where you're located, it's primary. You need to have in the central location because the tension, the traffic is gonna be there. If you are in the corner of for example, a Sandbox, yes, or you come up with a genius idea that you can actually attract people, but you need to be good in marketing. You need to be good to actually, drive the people to your space. So I think that the location that we got there is just incredible, and the people, they will see how incredible it is, because it's gonna be. I mean, already now with the alpha, we have a 2 million users. 2 or 2.5 million users. So,
Yeah,
and he's an alpha, and you can do basically very, very little things. Now, also when you imagine and when you the map of Sandbox, right now it's block by block, but you have to imagine that after you can walk freely across everywhere. So it's like basically like a city that you can actually go with your avatar and just go everywhere that you want in the Sandbox. So that's also pretty important to know that it doesn't matter, not even if we as a Metropolitan, we are there, we can just walk with our avatar everywhere. And the same things, other people can come to you.
yeah.
So
I
that's
want to
also
share something with the viewers right now, or maybe you're watching the replay. I also want to share something with you guys. So it's great to hear about these things. It's great to see news articles and clippings, but it's a whole different thing when you're seeing the development happen. Now, I got to be honest here. I got to be honest here. I did not look at this as yet myself. So as you guys know, I can bring it up right here. This one, I'll bring it up right here. So as you guys know, I am currently building, not on that estate there. It's actually the previous one, right there. Right, see those two? So I'm building on the one on the right. Okay, and the one on the left is the project at hand, the Metropolitans, right? And yeah, my sandbox builders, sorry, Dev, I got you up there. Yeah, my sandbox builders are actually updating me on things, and they're giving me blueprints on how it would work. Now, why does this matter to you? Is because yeah, this is how you guys are going to see it as well. The Metropolitans are going to see this come to life, right? So let me share that with y'all right now as I put this like this and this like here. All right, guys, literally, I did not look at this. I'm sharing this with you in real time when I see it for the first time, okay? So as you know, I have a number of different experiences that I will be creating here, and this is it's coming to life, day by day it's coming to life, right? So what are we looking at right here? So this looks like the DJ booth, right? So I too have my entertainment center that will be built and is being built right now, okay? So this is the bird's eye view. So you're looking at this picture from the top, and right here is pretty much like, they're showing us like a 3D representation of it. The dance floor is kind of like here, the stairs. Let me see if I can find a better one right here. Okay. So this is how it would look pretty much from the elevation view. We have a top floor, right here. We have a second floor here. We got some cool steps, and this is obviously not the finished thing, but it's being constructed, right? So my office is at the top of my skyscraper. The stairs goes at the left here. There's a little chill couch area, a little bar area. We're making it look really nice. A meeting room. So what am I going to be doing there? Well, I'm actually going to be conducting live stream interviews from there. Okay, right, in my 3D avatar. Right. Okay, cool. You're probably like saying, "Oh my God, that looks pretty." All right. A little bit more detail. So view from the entrance. We got a cool little like, you know what I mean? Dynamic, vibrant sort of feel in the background. From the stage, right? I guess they're going to be coming from the top here. I actually got to communicate with them, but I want to show you guys what the hell is going on over here, right? We got another thing here. We got another thing there inside. Yeah. Right? We're trying to make it look something like this. Right? Something very with a vibrant feel. And yeah, these guys are definitely going to work. So the meeting room suggestions. They're giving me suggestions. Look at this. Something like this, right? like this sort of office setting style, right? I got a TED Talks. We're gonna call it 100x Talks, not TED Talks, but 100x Talks. Right, I got my own little keynote platform where I'm going to invite these projects to come on there and pitch to us, right? So, and that's going to be monetized as well. You know, they're going to pay for that. What else do we got down here,
That's
right? So I'm
pretty cool.
giving you guys further insights to how things could look with these particular designs and builds, right? Now, let's take a look at the actual Metropolitan one-pager light paper, so to speak, right? So how does this actually work? So what is Metropolitans, right? So the Metropolitan world is the space in Sandbox where the magic happens. Now, it really is from the word metropolitan, which is inhabitants of a metropolis. And a metropolis is a place that has big, large cities, downtown area, roads, infrastructure, traffic, businesses, commercial plazas, all of that shit. That's exactly where you guys are in the center of where Sandbox is, right? There are 4,400 NFTs. And this NFT is called a business license NFT. Okay, you get the access to operate a business alongside brands like Gucci, Adidas, HSBC Bank, Atari, Gemini, Binance, CoinMarketCap, and the man himself, Snoop Dogg. I thought I was going to say the man himself, TCL, but the man himself, Snoop Dogg.
Next year.
My coffee gets cold. So 300 of the NFTs are going to executives. 1,100 NFTs is going to the managers. 3,000 NFTs are going to the operating officers, and this will take place in the format of a random mint, 0.3 for each tier. Okay, and they do have different benefits. Obviously, the executives will be getting most of that profit sharing, and the second most is the managers, and then the operating officers in the dollar value, not the percent value. So it's very proportionally evened out. Okay. So the concept is a world of business building in an epic business center and give a possibility to everyone holding a business license to conduct a network across this specific world, as we already showed you guys in the top of this live stream with the current suits and smart money purchasing land and already monetizing it in Decentraland. I don't want to waste money in Decentraland. I could have bought it, but I feel in 3 years it's not going to be that active at all. Okay, so tokens.com, I'm the trendsetter. I got tomorrow's newspapers today. You might want to take some advice there. I'm joking. I got a mad love for them guys. Okay, so the business model is about giving the opportunity to the average person which can't afford to buy or rent space in Sandbox to do business inside the most expensive and exclusive metaverse in the entire world. That's a consensus. That's not an opinion. Everybody agrees on that. Okay, that's why suits and corporations are foaming from the mouth to get in there. Okay, this is to give, I don't like the word passive income because that's widely misused. Okay, that's widely misused, but it is. But we don't want to sound like what's out there because it's not what's out there. This is truly going to provide all of that. So let us go down here. Right, that was a really good picture of where it is, the location of the Sandbox map right here. Okay, and this is the different things that we could do, and this is just like 4 or 5 of many different things. Right, again, so right here we have virtual. Rent virtual offices, and people be like, well, who wants that? Well, I just showed you. Tokens.com already got their tenants. Okay, just because you don't know it doesn't mean it's out there. It isn't out there. Okay, at the top here, real estate price appreciation. Okay, fashion events, right? We went over that. AdShares is a really cool crypto project that will be integrating into Sandbox. They have their laundry list full of companies who are on their list that wants to promote, and they're promoting them in a 3D way into the metaverse. We got billboards advertising as well. Now, look, you guys could do other things if you want. You could choose it. NFT gallery. People are renting out freaking NFTs. You could get a cut out of that as well. The wearables as well. This is appreciation, but the main thing is the cash flow, as you can see on the thumbnail of this video. Getting an income-producing asset, guys. That's what it's about. A cash-flowing business is invaluable. In-freaking valuable. Okay? That's what that is. Right? And you don't see
And again,
go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that the possibility are limitless, because right now we are very limited on our thinking, because we cannot already see what the metaverse look like in experience, like right now live, that you can see, oh, I could do this or I could do that. But once it's going to be live, once the people, they're going to make the click, the possibility is really endless of the cash flow, a business model that you can actually create. And as a model is based on community. So it's based on community base that they can actually vote on ideas, that they can actually, come up with some great ideas that both like a group of people that can actually activate some ideas and make it and execute it in the metaverse.
1,000%.
And we're going to also build on there.
Yeah, and we also will be giving you guys some workflow as well, but you guys also have to, learn how to do this too, right? And develop that skill, that self-development. So business license NFTs, there's 300 unique NFTs going to executives in that category. There's 1,100 for managers, and there's 3,000 for the operating officers, okay? So that should make a total of 4,400. However, the team is reserving 150 NFTs, okay, which is a small percentage of the overall NFTs, and that's for the team. Okay. Now the business license NFT tier benefits, right? This is pretty cool. So we're talking right here for the executives, the 300 of them, or potentially, right? 300 at least NFT holders of them. Doesn't mean it's going to be 300. People are going to buy multiple. Sorry, taking a sip of my coffee, guys. So business license NFT, which can potentially appreciate as the Metropolitan business grows. 20% profit share. Okay, that's number one. We already killed NFT projects right there. We already killed them with 20% profit share. Okay, they're not going to be giving you. There's not many out there. Okay, and people want to talk about, oh, what's the APR, the APY, right? This is so much more different than APR, APY, bro. When you have a service and a
It's a
business,
completely
bro,
different model.
completely different. This is big boy stuff. Again, CZ and Binance and all those brands we just showed you aren't at the mint station, bro. They're developing their business with on the in the metaverse, on the land. That's what you guys need to get to, man. Start thinking like a big boy and stop chasing the hype. What dumbass YouTubers keep shilling. Okay, I'm trying to get you guys on what the hell I'm doing. You want to come along for the ride? Well, you might have a chance to do that if you like it. So first access and 15% discount. Okay, well actually, how could I forget this one? I skipped this one. This is where we blow NFT art projects out of the water once again. So unique Sandbox avatar NFT, right? What is an avatar
This
NFT? I don't know, Dev. You want
this
to
is
touch up
very
on that?
important to this is very important to underline because I feel like that we put it like a point that is just like included, but on top of the license of NFT that you actually purchase, that you actually give you access to the Metropolitan. On top of that, we give you a free avatar that is NFT that is sellable on OpenSea, but is it actually avatar that you're gonna utilize in Sandbox. So a living avatar that is gonna be using in Sandbox and is gonna be unique. So you're gonna have an avatar, drop it on top of everything else that we are actually speaking right now. So this is, in my opinion, we just put it a little bit too much in the gray because this is something that is only this has value.
Put it like
Only this
this.
has
Put it like
already the
this.
value.
Do you know how many Bored Ape Yacht Club members, including myself? Well, when I found out they're going to be a metaverse, it was a no-brainer to me. But how many crypto NFT art holders would love to see their NFT art come to life as an avatar?
Exactly.
Right? That's what this is.
Exactly.
That's
Yes.
exactly what this is.
And
So, go ahead.
And I know that there is a concept like also the Bored Ape, they're gonna come up with the Hollywood movie and trilogy and all this kind of things, which they're gonna utilize these NFTs and bring it to life. And in case as Metropolitan, you're gonna have your business license NFT, and on top you're gonna get airdrop it is gonna come included your avatar that you can actually utilize to actually shield your project or advertising your actual business in Sandbox, which is
right. So pretty much what we're doing here is, and why I respect Bored Ape Yacht Club is because they're setting precedents and they know that how NFT art can only take you that far. We need a metaverse and we need a bring that art to life, right? And that's why I got excited, right, for that, and that's why I bought it before the airdrop and I got a rebate too. But that's besides the point. So we got a profit sharing aspect. You got your business license NFT, right? That's one. And then you got your unique Sandbox avatar NFT. You're getting 2 NFTs with profit sharing in a real business model that has a plentiful amount of opportunities laying for whoever wants to come get it first, right? So let's move on. So I am a metaverse landlord, and I am pretty much like a development virtual real estate firm, let's call it, right? My company is Trendsetter Ventures, located in Toronto, Canada. I'm proud to say that, okay? And we also own MetaverseLandlord.com, which is going to be built as well right now, in the process of being built. So our first access or Genesis holders of this particular NFT will get 15% discount on our Phase 2 land development business up north, where I showed you guys where we have an actual 6x6 and an actual 3x3 estate directly touching, kissing our neighbors, who is the most expensive metaverse property in history, $4.3 million. Guys, we got money to make up north as well, but first we got business to take care of down
And I
south.
and I don't think they did spend 4.3 million just for a joke or just because they had so
Nope.
much liquidity to just throw it at something that it would be not profitable. Those guys, they know what is gonna happen. So and you could see, Sandbox. Why Sandbox is gonna be the place to be? Because the big brand, as you already mentioned multiple times, they're already acquiring land and plots. And
Hmm.
why they do that? Why would a multi-million dollar brand would already buy a real estate in the metaverse? Well, because there is value, because there is money to be made, and we are in the middle of everything. So
Exactly. I go back to the same line there. It's when you see a new substantial platform shift, um, companies, businesses, smart people know that's a chance to reach out to a wider range of audience. If you look at TikTok, what happened with TikTok? A lot of influencers who jumped on TikTok early, who into like only getting subs and adding no value for the most part, but whatever it is, they just went to TikTok and they blew up. They blew up. The same is true for the metaverse. If you could be a first mover and be known for something in a new substantial platform shift, you're going to steal and grow market share. Do you think if you to actually use SEO today, those strategies like SEO, Google Ads, that's not really going to grow your market share as much as if you actually get into something that's going to blow up, like a TikTok, like a Sandbox? That's why they're doing it as well. Okay, so let's move on here. So this also gives you the rights to pass proposal for voting from managers and officers. So let's just say that how the community wanted to go for a fashion center, and then somebody else wanted the DJ center, somebody else wanted an NFT gallery, somebody else wanted their own sort of like platform pitch, sort of like exhibition for projects to pitch to them to monetize them. But then there's some sort of like, nah, I like that, but I like this better. You guys will be able, the executives will be able to review those inquiries and send it over to vote with the managers and the executives. So this way you don't got people fighting over what, and it's a fair sort of system in place. Now this is where it really gets interesting here. Okay.
wait. The point seven. I mean, please, people, you need to really listen to this, because this is just, I mean, in my opinion, it's just like mind blowing.
So point number
Sorry.
7, after minimum 2 years, when Sandbox Metaverse is live, so let's say Sandbox goes live in January of next year or late December, whatever it is, February, right? Let's say whatever. When they go live, the moment that starts, we're going to count down the timer, 2 years, right? We'll have a timer that's 2 years long. And when that counts down, you guys have a chance to say, hey, should we sell this? And if you look at the real world, right, how does it operate? Let's use construction, right? Because I used to be a construction worker before as well. So I went from building physical homes to building virtual freaking estates. So what I'm saying is this, right? Yeah, if you look at construction, when there's an empty piece of land, it's still expensive, but it's affordable. People, it's cheaper. And then when you start to see the foundation being laid and poured out, and walls are being built, and then the framing and the wood comes in, the plumbing comes in, the electricians come in, it becomes a little bit more expensive. Now, when they get into the halfway point of that development, guess what? That becomes even more expensive, right? And when that product is done and it's live on the market and people want to buy, it becomes more expensive. And after 2 years of that house or that business, it becomes even more expensive. Now, you put that notion with a cash flowing business, guess what? It becomes even more expensive.
Wait. You just forget also another thing. As soon as Sandbox is going to go live, what is going to happen? Traffic is going to rise, right?
Yes.
We have 2 million right now. Now it's going to happen 10 million, 20 million users. What is going to happen? The demand of land, the demand of plot is going to rise. And what is going to happen to your land? It's going to be much more valuable.
Exactly. So I am now, again, guys, I've already bought the land. I've already was going to build on it. Then we pause. This is what I'm telling y'all. I will give you guys the estate to sell if you guys want to, along with the business and the real estate on top of it. Okay, I wouldn't do that personally. I would never sell assets. Never, ever sell assets, right? Because we need that cash flow, and that's why people are stuck in the position they are today, because they're chasing hype and they only have appreciation, and they don't have a hard asset that gives you appreciation and income. That's the biggest problem in crypto today. And I'm glad to say the guy who has half a decade of experience in this space is about to set precedents, because somebody got to. All right. So we got very similar attributes here for the business license NFTs, other than 30% profits is going to them, right? In the percentage way, right? But in dollar factor, they would be getting second most, opposed to more than the executives, okay? Right? They also get 5% discount on our phase 2 land development, okay, up north, right? Voting rights with executives as well. And they also have minimum 2 years when Sandbox Metaverse is live to get 30% of that sale. Okay. And I have to say as well, yeah, 10% of all sales will be going to the team's wallet as well. Okay. Right. Make that clear. So there's going to be a lot of maintenance, upkeep. You know, Bill's got to readjust things and put this back on there. A new brand comes to market. They want to see it, use our services. You know, we got to always change stuff, right? And if you're serious about any business, you always got to feed the beast. Feed the beast, which is the business, to make him grow and get bigger and stronger and produce us more babies. Okay? Right? You guys always heard me talk like this, even before this metaverse thing really came to life and was hyped up. I always say, feed the beast. We need that money to make more money or make us more babies. And this is no different. This is actually much more targeted towards that than cryptocurrency gains. Okay? Right? So let's finish up with this last notion here, and we'll take some live questions, guys. Do ask in the live chat. And Luigi, maybe you could you know, tell us what they say, or even Dev, but I think Luigi already has two. So business license NFT for the operating officers. Don't worry, you guys aren't left out, because you guys are getting 50% of the profit share, which we restructured in your favor. And because there's obviously more potential people here, right? Well, there is more holders for sure, more units. And yeah, 50% going to the larger pool is going to make it much more better than, say, if we did 20%. And the community pointed that out as well, and we totally agree with that. So thank you for pointing that out. These will be rewarded in SAND tokens for proposed vote that is passed and implemented. So if they actually come up with a very interesting concept that is going to affect the business in a positive way, and that vote is passed and it's reviewed and they like it, the entire community likes it, and that's implemented, they will be rewarded with SAND. Okay, everything here, the rental income is going to be distributed in SAND on Matic, Polygon. So gas is not a thing, don't worry, and we'll be doing that every month. Okay, guys? So you're getting, and that's a blue chip crypto. I don't give a shit what anybody says. You're telling me that's not a blue chip crypto? I wish Gucci, I wish, you know, Binance, well, Binance does do this, but that's a bad example. But Gucci and all those iconic brands you just saw said that how they just bought Bitcoin, and they're going to be using Bitcoin in their business. That's what they're saying with Sand right now in Sandbox. That's exactly what they're saying here. Okay, so this right here is a blue chip crypto, guys. You're getting paid in it. Okay, it's a higher market cap, which is better than a lower market cap to get paid in. Why? Because it's not that volatile like low market cap coins. Obviously, cryptocurrency is volatile, but at the end of the day, you're still getting an asset, right? You don't want to get really paid in cash. Well, I mean, you can, as long as you don't sit on it too long and you reinvest it back into assets. Be broke on cash, but rich in assets. That's the goal here. That's my goal, at least. And the same is true for them here. After minimum 2 years, when Sandbox Metaverse is live, if the majority votes to sell the entire land, they would get 50%. So that's the majority of holders is going to get 50% to make it even Steven. Okay. I don't know if Dev has anything he wanted to say, but any questions?
No. You're
we
touching
can take a live
perfectly.
question
Yes,
before. Yeah.
I do have a live. Yes, I have a live question from. Let's start from the Land Deals. Nice nickname, Land Deals.
Yeah.
So Land Deals is saying, can you describe how NFT makes money from the fashion events?
Sure. Okay, so I'll stop this slide here because I pretty much went over this already, and we can answer some questions, right? So I'll come off here. Is there anything else we wanted to show here? Yes, we can touch up on this. Okay, so let me go back here, guys. Sorry, I gotta do one more thing. Boom. I gotta bring me back into the frame. Right. So land deals. How do we make? Sorry, repeat the question, Dev.
So Land Deals ask, can you describe how an NFT make money from fashion?
Okay, from fashion. Good question. Thank you, Land Deals, for that question. That's something we didn't really talk about in detail, but again, this is how we're going to do it, right? If we, and this is just how I vision it, right, in terms of the style, but the concept is just
more from the fashion event. You ask from the fashion
from the
event.
fashion
How you
event.
make money
Okay.
from the fashion?
Sure. So let's think of these things, right? First of all, the product has to be quality. It has to be stylistic. It has to be unique for anybody to want to buy it. Now, there's a lot of people who value their avatar. There's a lot of people who want to look cool and hip, right? In the metaverse, right? This is happening in Fortnite already, Roblox already, right? All these things, they want to buy these things to stand out. They don't want to look generic. So if the Metropolitans could create these wearables, right, in the Sandbox game, but we put that into a show, like we created a runway show, right? A runway show in our friggin' Sandbox estate, right? A part of that. That's one way to do it. So you have your own wearables, as I said in the marketplace. It says Metropolitans, whatever, and the clothing line comes out, right? Maybe it's corporate stuff, right? Because there's going to be suits there. And if you look at Sandbox's Metaverse right now, marketplace right now, rather, there's not that many corporate looking suits, right? There's like cool stuff and wings and shit like that and fast shoes and whatever. Like, that's cool. But if we're catering towards these sort of like businesses, hey, they avatars want some of that too, right? Okay, that's one way. Another way is this, and thank you for the question, Landias, and I love these types of questions. And another way is
Yeah.
this: if we were to target the up and coming fashion brands, just like we're targeting the up and coming artists in the music industry. Hey, you guys got your, what are you making? Oh, we could put that into a digital wearable. You want to come down to our estate and we could actually showcase your, have a live event and you could showcase everybody on the runway how it would be, or in our storefront, instead of just having it in the marketplace. So we could actually design a fashion runway or plaza, whatever you guys want to name it, just for that niche in those two different mechanisms that I just explained. If that makes sense. I hope that answered your question.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, exactly. Like the fashion runaway, and then you can always, you see all the clothes, all the wearables, and then you have a boutique right to the next with all the clothes that you see on the walkthrough. You can actually walk inside with your avatar and just literally click on the model that you want. It is going to just come out all the details from the marketplace, how much it costs, how much you can buy it, and it's endless the possibility. When actually people see how easy it's gonna be, it's just mind-blowing, because people have a hard time right now to actually, because they take the example on real life and they just put it on a virtual world, which is still a little bit difficult to actually to rewire your brain. But actually I think with time people will make the aha moment, as you already make the video back then. But that when people they will have the aha moment, is going to be a little bit different, a little bit more difficult to make business. That's for sure, because so many people they're going to be already involved. So we're going to have another question with
just one thing here. I wanted to bring up something. I don't know if this is the best example because I can't find it on the fly, but I'm going to steal this clip from a YouTuber. This Asian guy here. Sorry, don't see your name, but yeah, let me just share this here quickly. So this is an example to Landil's question, which was about, fashion, right? So this is how Decentraland pretty much did it, man, yeah, I don't think he shows it here. But this was Fashion Week, and this guy was in the show, like right there, right? And over there, there's the runway. That is it. That like, yeah, that's not the best view, but over there is the runway and how it would look. And they actually had Estee Lauder and however you say their name, Dolce and Gabbana, showcasing their brands. But again, we don't want to target those top brands. Yeah, sure, that's nice. We want the up and coming hungry cats, right? And this is pretty much where it was, like, I think that's the runways right here. They're coming down, so on and so forth. So if we build something like this, like, guys, it's really limitless. If you really think of your imagination and you try to come up with all the different types of, say, live events, like, we have this Bitcoin Miami meetup. Why not we have like a freaking cryptocurrency meetup in the metaverse every year, right? I was thinking of something like this, right? If I was to actually go and freaking, go into the metaverse and call myself, hi, I'm reporting live from Sandbox. I'm a Sandbox, influencer. I just walk around to people in the world and just be like, hey, so what you doing here? What you know what I mean? Like, what are you building, man? Do you like the metaverse? Oh, yeah, cool. Go to the next guy in the metaverse with my mic. I'm a Sandbox influencer, right? I don't want to be known for the crypto lifestyle like that, right? Like, I'm just saying the real sort of experience should be taken as the metaverse is a different place. Here's a different place. You know what I mean? Right? And you have a different sort of like online identity there, right? So, right? What else is out there? So any sort of live events, man, you could think of, you could put that into the metaverse. Any genre of any description you could do, if that makes sense. So what else? What are the questions?
Yeah, and I would like to touch another thing, like on the way of people are spending. When you have the cash in your hand and you go in a shop and you spend, you think twice. Personally, I think twice. Like, it's a little bit more expensive. When you are in crypto, when you are in a virtual world, people tend to spend much more. Why? Because they tend to not see the number that they see on the screen as money, like the real physical money. And it's incredible how much more easy you can monetize compared to the real world, because it's just a few click, 20 bucks there, 40 bucks there, 30 bucks there, 40 bucks there. And in a moment, you blink an eye and then you already have hundreds of thousands. So the way that the metaverse is going to actually monetize is going to be so much more easy than in the real world. Crazy enough, but it's true.
See, okay, I like this question here from Poof Cop. Once you start to understand this, your brain starts to starts to go into work. You start to come with your own ideas, and like when you really understand and you get it. So Poof Cop asks, TCL Academy being built as well. You know what I'm saying? So forget TCL Academy. I think one of the spaces that's missing here is what I do on my channel is I try to educate people, right? And I think education is going to be a huge part in the metaverse. I could tell you a number of reasons why. And this is what led me down the road, as I explained to you guys yesterday in Twitter Spaces, is I was already fascinated with the notion of VR headsets being used for business or education, right? If you look at people across the world, most of them actually have, and you don't have to do this with VR only, because there are voice integration as well that you can interact instead of just typing. But if you look at the people around the world and say like, I don't know, undeveloped countries for the most part, they don't have access to schools, right? As they got to travel long and far, and some of them don't even do it. They just stay at home and help their parents work around just to stay alive, get water, get food, whatever, right? In Africa, India, whatever. So if they could have this thing where education could bring them into the same place where, Americans are learning in Harvard and all these people, what's stopping them from them to do that? But furthermore, the educational system is highly outdated. It's the same system they had since like 1901. It never changed. They only teach you about dates and historical facts. That's it. They don't teach you about inflation. They don't teach you about investing. They don't teach you about all of the things that really matter. They don't really want you to know that knowledge. And I'm not saying I'm not a financial advisor. I can only speak from my experience. But people out there, like if you look at all these TED Talk show, the professional in that respective niche will come on and he will talk about all these things. So if you have something like that, that could educate people across the world, regardless of where you're from, and make you feel included, in an immersive way, right? Let's just say they can't afford VR headsets, but listen, you'll be surprised. A lot of them got phones. A lot of them got access to the internet, though. That's the major, the big thing there, right? That they have that. As long as they have that, they have a chance. So now you kind of like make everything equal across the world where everybody could learn at a high level, and in an immersive way potentially too, other than talking about algebra, integers, and brackets and equations that you're never going to use in the real world. Paying these guys how much money a fucking year, bro. How much people are in fucking debt because of fucking university. It's not an educational system. It's a fucking business. That's why. It's a fucking business, bro. Okay? So that's another problem that lays there. And you could have a system in place that's like, they get paid to learn. So instead of you paying us, we're paying you in the token, right? Obviously, with Sandbox, it will be their token, or that's another thing you could do, like a P2E game or a P2E educational sort of like platform, And like you can't really vision this because I'm talking with words, but look at the worlds in Sandbox and how it looks, and that's what could really take place. Now, why would you want 3D? Because 2D is boring too, right? You want to try to like be able to walk around and do a lot more like what you would do in the real world and combine that virtually to access it, if that makes sense. Okay. So
we got another one from Jeffrey. How long it will take before you start seeing gains? I want to know before everything is ready to take off. Meaning, basically saying how long it's gonna take before it's gonna take off the business.
So the beautiful thing about us is this. My damn coffee's cold, bro. I hate that. The beautiful thing about what we're doing is we're going to have first mover advantage when Sandbox is live, okay? And when everybody realizes, oh my God, bro, this is bigger than what I thought, right? Because when it goes live, it's going to get a lot of news coverage, right? Not just from crypto, but outside of crypto. News stations, Fox News is going to talk about this. They already have spoken about this. They brought Token.com on their network to speak about this. They brought Republic Realms on their broadcasting channel to talk about this. This is why it's so much bigger than Bitcoin at the early stages, because Bitcoin was fought, right? It was looked down at. It was called Silk Road freaking money laundering scheme, right? Terrorist things, right? This is already accepted, okay? So you put that into the notion that we know adoption is already there. It's not even coming. We keep on talking about Bitcoin mass adoption, crypto mass adoption. This is already adopted. right? Imagine if Facebook said that how they were going to use Bitcoin in their social media app. Now they're saying they're talking about Metaverse, bro. I'm seeing money fall from the sky. So to your point, how would
Game
we do
over.
this? We already have the first mover advantage. We already have tomorrow's newspapers today. We already are setting up shop. So now when we have those things, we have some time now to convert contracts, right? Because I have my business, my corporation, and we're going to do this the real way, big boy way, right? Not no dumb, stupid like okay protocol APY. No, this is a real business. So you got to start thinking like that. So yeah, we have time to collect these leads and educate them, and they're already educated, sign contracts with them. And the moment that is, and we're live, well, we got people butts in the seats that we're putting in one time, and we're advertising this too. Okay, we're going to have publications talk about us. Cointelegraph's going to talk about us. Just watch. Okay, Bitcoin.com. We're going to get all of these things going as well and be known for this. MetaverseLandlord.com. That's where you guys are going to be as well. You know, the Metropolitans, right, and all of my developments too. Okay, so to answer your question, we have first mover advantage. We are setting up shop very early, and when this goes live, a lot of businesses are going to realize that, holy shit, I should have done this too. And guess what they're going to look to? Us, because land is going to be super expensive. Okay, and then they're going to say, shit, before I actually buy, you know, a freaking $250,000 estate, let me go test it out. Where could I get Metaverse land to rent? Oh, Metaverse landlord. Boom. Oh shit, they're already doing it. All right, let's contact them. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bing, bada boom. That's exactly how we're going
Yeah,
to do it.
it's also worth to mention. I have a contact that work in high places in Switzerland, and they contacted me about to put a museum exposition in the metaverse, and I was like, "You never talked to me about crypto or anything," but yet the
Good
National
point.
Museum of Switzerland, they are looking to actually, not buy it, but rent it because they want to try it before. And this is it aligned to exactly what you was talking. So people in big corporation that they are not in crypto, they heard it, yes, but they want to test it. They want to know how it is the experience. And when they will realize how much easy and how much traffic, because at the end of the day it's about the traffic, because if you don't have traffic you can have the most incredible experience, but you need traffic.
Exactly.
Surely it's going to
Exactly.
bring a good experience, is going to bring traffic, but it is very important to actually have already traffic, and Sandbox is the primary thing. Sandbox is already there, not with the full product, but with big corporation, big players. Guess what is going to happen? People are going to flood inside. They want to
It's
see. They want to see what happened.
it's going to explode, right? If you really compare a metaverse that has limited land, that's going to thrive, that's already backed by these types of iconic brands and such and businesses. It's not really about you driving traffic. Obviously, that helps when you're driving to your estate directly. When you already have that there, it's almost like a shared website. I'm sharing my website with Gucci, with Snoop Dogg, with all of these cats, right? When people hone in at that Atari, the big red one, who do they see when they zoom in? It's us. You know what I mean? So it's like you're already sharing a space with them, bro. Imagine sharing your website space with them. That's what that is right there. So it's not that you have to necessarily drive the traffic. Sure, that's going to help you, but the traffic's already going to be there. Okay, so when people talk about P2E games, right, they're like, oh, bro, there's a new pre-sale coming out. Well, I'm like, bro, okay, well, where's the traffic? Sandbox is not that. It's like a universe, and there's a bunch of stars and planets that are the thriving worlds and experiences that has their own traffic. A P2E game, like whatever you want, your favorite one out there, is probably just that, and they got to look to market that, to get people to go into that one thing. It's like a drop in the water, and Sandbox is the ocean. You know what I mean? It really is. So that's another way to look at it, another dynamic on how you could, your line of thinking should be when it's come to this unique opportunity. What other questions do we got there?
We got CryptoCliff. Well, CryptoCliff is asking, so what is the minting price? Just got here. So I will suggest you to click the link below on the description and just actually go inside in there.
Yeah, admins, you could share the link to the Telegram chat as well to everybody. And the minting price is 0.3 across the board, right? And it's going to be a mint station, so people get to choose what they want by when I say choose what they want, nobody's choosing, but it's just an equal sort of fair way to do it. 0.3 across the board. What you get is what you get, but everyone has value in terms of the different tiers, right? Definitely.
Please go and go into the chat, check the pinned messages. There is all the description. There is the pitch deck, And yeah, it's just not. And please go back and look the videos that Francis already did the previous days, which break down exactly how the tiers, how the models works. And it's very important to actually know before you invest your money what you're investing.
Exactly, exactly. And what we're doing here is like, man, people might see this as marketing. I don't see this as marketing. This is more educational content, because before you guys want to invest into something, you need to know what the heck you're investing in, right? And I feel as though like
Yeah.
when people hear NFTs, they're like, okay, I know this, but you don't know this. You don't. NFT is very broad and vague. It could represent many, many things. You know what I'm saying? So man, this is the closest thing people would get to real estate. And most people can't afford real estate in the real world. And if you can, then you probably, many people don't have the credit or the capital to get real estate. The paperwork involved, all of that dumb shit. This is very smooth, frictionless. That's giving you freaking more than real estate gains, man. You ask the guys that had Sandbox like last year, bro, it's crazy. And it's only going to go up when this comes to market. Right? So that's another sort of advantage you have over the traditional world. Dude, I was going to buy a freaking $3.4 million villa in Antigua. And I was like, what the fuck? Why the hell would I do that? Right? I'll show you guys the videos. I got to do a video on that too. You guys saw I was in Antigua. I was going to buy that shit, set up my shop, have instead of this green screen, I was going to have a beautiful coastal line beach in the back, because that's what the view was. 180 degree of unobstructed view. And you would see the sailboats moving and stuff. That's nice. But then I figured, bro, I'm seeing much more opportunity here. So I literally was going to do that. And then I said, nah. You got to put that into the metaverse, right? And any sort of new, asset class that's emerging, I want a piece of it. Obviously, it has to be a hard asset. You got to do your research, just like cryptocurrency was. I'm not calling NFT art hard asset, because it's not, but this is, right? This truly is. And again, go look at Sandbox's map, right? Smart money people agree with me. All right, not your little favorite YouTuber who doesn't have a business, who just gone to this game because NFT is hype. Oh, follow the hype. You're gonna fucking get a dagger fall on your head, because hype goes like this and it goes like this. We don't want hype. With or without hype is what you want. You think real estate gives a fuck about hype? Real estate don't care about hype. Okay, it's not about hype, bro. That's for little kids to go chase. Sorry, don't be a kid anymore. You need to grow up now. I need to understand true value to hot air balloons that's going to pop. Okay? Yo, what's up, Spanky, broski? You 24/7, 365.
Oh, Spanky, the clap guy.
What's the clack, Spanky? You've been out of, haven't seen you in a while. But even on Telegram, what's going on there?
No, I didn't. It's a long time I didn't hear you. What's up,
right.
Spanky?
So, guys, I think that's enough. Unless you got more questions, we can let it run for about a couple more minutes. We're over an hour here. I like to make this very digestible for the people on the replay as well.
Yes, I got another question.
Go ahead.
From Robbie Zood. Do you see any other metaverse integration with other metaverse like Sandbox?
That's a vague question. What do you mean? If they're going to connect interoperability?
I think yes.
So I found a really cool project for you guys. You know what? Let me see if I can share that now. But Dev, just talk about something. Yes. I got to pull it up here. Hold on, I can find it.
Yes, no.
I want to. Since that question was asked, I want to show something that's really cool.
Yeah. No, it is, because now we can see, everybody can see that there is a lot of metaverses that actually they're rising left and right, and there is Unreal Engine, there is, the NFT world, there is Network, there is Everdome, there is so many different experiences. And eventually, if the metaverse really want to be included in our everyday life, it's going to be interoperable, meaning that you can actually transfer yourself as an avatar from one place to another, like we are doing right now with the internet. You're gonna click a button and just switch a page, and it's gonna be pretty much the same. And we actually go over with a project which is super interesting. Please,
so check this one out, guys. Check this one out. So this is a project I was keeping to myself. Okay, when I say keeping to myself, I wanted to wait for the right time to bring it to your attention. But for those who are watching this right now, this is a freaking gem of a gem project. Okay, guys, check this shit out. So to your question, you're asking about, I guess, interoperability. I hope that was what you're getting to. Now, this is called the Fabricant Studio. These guys are building the fashion wearables for the metaverse, and not just one for interoperability, okay? They just had a drop like on the weekend, but you needed to own their first Genesis NFT. and it was selling for fucking $30,000, all kinds of different money, high end, stuff, But check this out. As we come down here, they're making wearables that's going to be able, if you buy, say, like this gown here, if you're a woman, you buy this gown, they got clothing for men too, wearables in the metaverse. If you buy this gown right here, it's going to be compatible rather in voxel style like Sandbox, and also in Unreal Engine. So look at this, right? So you got the voxel style right there. That's the dress. And I don't know if they have the picture here, but it also will be able, like say like Network, you'll be able to use this with Unreal Engine graphics as well. So, you could read this and see what they say, but, season 1 minting. I highly recommend you guys check out this project, by the way. This is going to be worth a lot, in my opinion. Like, if you look at Top Shop or whatever, the NBA one, the first one was crazy. This one is on Flow Network as well, right? That's where the Top Shop, the NBA one was, and blew up. And as this goes along and people realize that how these wearables are going to be actually used in the metaverse, the first ones and the second ones are going to be that much more valuable. But this is not really about the project in itself. Let me see here. We got about us, where we press sustainability, work with us, blah, blah, blah. Anyhow, you guys definitely come check this out on your own time. And there's much more pages to it. And there's a section for the sale, which I think already took place this week, or is it coming up? I can't remember. But I wanted to show you that for some perspective on what you could expect in terms of interoperability, if that was your question. We got wearables interoperability. Soon we're going to have, well, it's almost like saying avatar interoperability, although the avatar is the embodiment of the body. But the wearables will be definitely integrated into Sandbox and Unreal Engine. And again, man, everything that I'm seeing emerging right now already confirms what my brain was telling me. If we look at that article about tokens.com buying the music district just 2 days ago, we were talking about this for weeks now. In my head, I was talking about it for months, but it doesn't count, right? Because nobody knew that. And now we're seeing this here, right? Sandbox Voxel with Unreal Engine. Those are the two. So we got Sandbox, we got Network, right? Another Unreal Engines that's coming to market as well. But I like Network too because, they were in this before the hype. They're already working towards this before Facebook, like 2 years or so before, okay? And also the CEO is somebody that I know is a decent human being. You know what I mean? That's the main thing too. So yeah, I hope that give you guys more perspective and point of view on what's to come in the metaverse, right? Any more questions?
We got, let me check, one last question, which is a little bit vague. Wait, from David K. Guys, you thought of using cash from rent to give away mad value for free, then capitalizing on the opportunity that come from that to share with the community?
I don't really understand that question. Repeat it again.
This is a question which is a little bit upside down, to be honest.
So the rent from
guys,
free, I don't understand that.
Yeah, so you ever thought, you guys thought of using cash from rent to give away mad value for free, then capitalizing on the opportunity that come from that to share with the community?
I don't understand that question. But we do have a super chat from Crypto Empire, bro. Why are you tipping me? I gotta tip you, bro. That's Connor, man. Go check out Connor's channel.
Connor!
Guys. Connor says, big up for putting this project together. Has my full support, covering it on my channel soon. My man. And again, bro, again, we have not done any marketing. I guess here we go with a video.
No, I mean,
let me say one thing. Dev, let me say one thing. Again, tomorrow's newspapers today. We saw Connor's channel at like 2K subs. We brought him onto our channel. Crypto Lifer as well. AI on Crypto. Look how much they have grown. Connor's sitting at, I don't know, 20, whatever, 5,000 subs or something. From 2K. Lifer's grown immensely. AI on Crypto has grown immensely too. Right? So these guys are quality.
Shout out to you guys.
Quality tubers. Check them out for sure. Do subscribe to these guys. Thank you so much, Connor, for the coverage, bro. Looking forward to the video as well. Really looking forward to that. Okay, guys. So are we done here, or do we have more questions?
No, we do. No, we are done. We're done.
Okay. Well, hey, look, man. Yes, that's our project. Business license NFT Metropolitans. We're very proud of it. It's first of its kind. It's copycat proof. You have to really have a burning desire to want to do this because it's not just plug and play, right? This is something that you're going to have to want to do. And we don't want anybody coming in. We want people who actually believe in this, who has the same vision.
Yes.
And we're looking for more matured individuals here. Everyone's invited. Just be knowledgeable in what you're investing in, right? That's all.
Let me don't want about great project popping inside in the Telegram. So, and also as Francis just say it, we didn't even start it. So the rock and roll phase is gonna come down very soon. Thank you very much, everybody.